That is coming together so well. I am really impressed with how nice this is. Hello and welcome to another episode of Monkey See, Monkey Build. I'm Zoe Kirk-Robinson, and in this episode we're going to be taking a look at the Revell Star Wars TIE Fighter. Is this any good? Is it a good model? I have built some TIE Fighter and Star Wars stuff back in the early 90s. Does the modern stuff hold up to what I remember? Or is it even better? Let's take a look. In association with the channel sponsor Trainomatic, makers of DCC decoders and accessories made by enthusiasts for enthusiasts, and they just work with every manufacturer's models. And with that, let's get into this kit. So today we're looking at the Star Wars TIE Fighter. It's based on the look of it with the grey and the black. This is an Imperial TIE Fighter rather than First Order. It's level 3 out of 5 apparently, so we should be pretty good with this. Most of it looks like it doesn't need too much colouring, although of course I will give it colours where needed once it's all put together. And we'll see how we go, because I'm one of those people that some people get annoyed because I don't paint it on the sprue, but I just feel like I like to build rather than paint, so we'll paint it later in another episode where we'll also paint up the little tea chalet that we made. That'll be nice. So we'll have a follow-up episode. Let's have a look at what we've got in here. A lot of paperwork, but I don't see it as being too difficult to put together. So, we also get a stand. That's excellent. So we got a stand to put it on. That is actually really nice, because that'll be very good for putting it out. Then I don't have to try and attach like fishing wire or something. It looks really detailed as well. I am looking forward to getting into this. Okay, so let's have a look at the instructions, see what we've got. These are, well, that's the painting guide. Yeah, little bits of black, grey. Not many decals either, so that's pretty good. We should be okay with this. I don't see any decal sheets, by the way. And, okay, so most of this is just about making the decals and cutting things out. Okay, we've got about 12 steps for the instructions. That's fine then. If I just fold it over and put it like that. Okay, what have we got? So, quick bits. According to this, we should be painting the guy before he goes in. Right. So we will have to paint little bits. There's the guy and he's not painted. He needs to be painted A and B. A little bit of C as well. Alright, so we are going, actually, we're going to start. I'm just going to get all of this out of the package and paint all of the bits that need to be painted. It's one of those. We're going to have to paint before we get going. Right. See you soon, jump cut. And here we are. We skipped right over the painting process. I've just spent a very nice hour going through all of this carefully, or as carefully as I can, painting up all of the pieces. The majority I've left in this kind of, let's call it a cool grey. It's kind of bluey grey. It appears to be what the all of the instructions are actually suggesting we do. Just leave it in this grey. So I have, it's not the greatest paint. Well, let's put it more diplomatically. I screwed up on a few bits, let's put it that way. I've got a little bit here where I've had to take off the black colouring because it went over. There's a little bit here and there where the lighter, darker grey even has spilled. It's just how it is. I tried my best, and I'm not the greatest painter. If you ever see some of the artwork I've created for Jen's projects, you can see that I always do it digital, and the reason for that is you can press Ctrl-Z and undo things. But I've got it as good as I can get. I've got a few little bits there. The armrests are black, the handles are black, and things like that. Just following the instructions. The majority is still going to be grey, but oh my goodness, I need to clean that up as well. I've just realised there's a bit there. But little bits like highlights here in grey, and the most interesting part, the little red dots there. very, very subtle details. There is one more thing that needs to be done, and that is a decal, which I did find. It was in a piece of instructions. It's just the one decal from what I can tell, and it goes over part of a window. So I'm going to leave all of this to dry now, and I'll sort the decal out after that once I've worked out exactly where it goes and how to do it. It is around this window, and that'll probably not take too long. I may do that before everything comes back, but I've got to clean this up here just to make sure that that's okay, and a little bit there as well. And then that's it. That's all we're doing. We're going to let it dry. I'm going to go off for an hour or two to let this dry, and then we'll come back and we'll see how far we can get with actually putting it together. The thing we need to do now is get this decal off. So the usual way to do that, soak it in water and give it a few minutes. According to the instructions, it goes over this piece here. So I'm going to take off these little bits on the sides, but leave the bottom one on so I've got something to hold on to. Let's just clean this up a little bit while we're waiting for that to become separated from the bit of, I wanted to say bit of wood, but the bit of card that it's sat on. Tighten that up a little bit. I do not have any Q-tips or anything like that to be able to get that off, so I have to rely on fingers. And that's not brilliant. That's it's risky business. So if this splits or anything like that, I may end up just painting onto the glass, not the glass, the plastic. I don't really want to do that, but we'll see how we go on. Starting to feel like I could slide that off. Yeah, all of the letters are coming off, so this should work out. Yeah, it's coming straight off. See if we can get this onto there. It does not want to stay. It really doesn't want to stay on. In fact, it wants to stay on my finger, which is not good news. Doesn't want to go on the back, doesn't want to go on the front. Suggestion is that it's supposed to be on the front, but water that again and dampen this. See how we get on. I want to try and line it up, but this decal is smaller than what they've given me for the thing that's going on, so that's a bit confusing. I really don't like this. I really don't like it, and it doesn't feel like it fits at all. So I'm not sure about this. It feels like it's too small, like it's for a different version of this thing. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it wants to go on there. I don't like this. So I'm going to quickly check the instructions once again while that sits there, because I don't think this is quite right, and I think we will end up just painting the plastic instead. Now, this says it goes on there. It goes onto the plastic, it's there. But that's not big enough. How am I supposed to do this if that won't go on there? That decal does not fit. Simple as that. That decal is for a different thing. So I'm going to put it back on here and just paint the front. It can stay there. I just don't get it. I really don't. Get this dried up and we're going to paint it instead. So let's bring back in the cardboard. So that if I do end up messing this up, at least that'll spill onto card instead of onto my table. Now we're going to have to be very, very careful, because clearly we are now painting on a bit that wasn't actually intended to be painted, it was intended to be decaled. Well, I've made a mess of that, but it will work out. I'll let that dry. It's going to take an hour or two to dry, no doubt, just like the rest of it did. Let's get into this. So, what have we got? Where did I put my instructions? There they are. You can't get away from my instructions. So, attaching the pilot into the seat, and then attaching the seat to this piece here. So, let's get that sorted out. That's a bit tacky too. So I'll leave that as that. Turn this around so that the window can have time to dry as well. This piece we don't need for the moment either, so let's get that out of the way. We'll concentrate on this. Need to get the seat out, so let's cut that carefully. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, that'll work. And this is the piece that we attach it to. So just quickly cut that off. Wow, it doesn't want to cut. It really doesn't want to cut off. There we go. Just pull it, yeah. Now comes the fun part. So we just attach, according to these instructions, there's a little dot on the back of the guy, goes into there. So glue that first. Oh, that ever familiar smell of polystyrene cement. You never forget it. You absolutely never forget it. Once you smell it, wow, it sticks with you. Pun intended. Get in there. Go on, get in there. He's in. He's sticking to me, but he's in. There we are. Our first piece. Right. Now, the base of the chair, these little nodules here. They stick into there. Which way around? He's pointing forward with the clips at the back. Is he in? I made a mess of this because it's still a little tacky from the feet. Maybe I should have waited longer. Oh well. We're going to go ahead anyway. He won't fit in. Why not? Why won't this go? Oh! It's the issue that we had last time with the other one. A little bit too thick on the plastic. Sit in your chair, Mr. Pilot. Right, let's get him in. Kind of works, kind of fits, but not brilliantly. There we are, he's in, he's in. He is in. Excellent. We now have our first piece. Yep, we now have our first piece. Next up, we need to put the controls into the semicircular piece. So that's that piece there and that piece there, with the detail pieces on the other side of this attaching to that. I'd assume. Yes, there they are. Let's take these pieces out. Go on, cut. Cut. And cut. Wow, this doesn't want to cut, did it? I think Jan blunted this when she was using it on something else. Because when I bought this craft knife, it was brand new and it worked. There we are. Let's put that there. and cut this off at that point. Wow, that's quite a tough one. So let's bend it and use fatigue to get it out, rather than try and cut it and damage anything. Is it coming? Is it coming? No, it doesn't really want to. Wow. Cut, 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 cut. Cut. There. We get there in the end. We definitely get there in the end. Okay, this piece needs to cut down, because that's just sprue. There. Right. Okay then, let's get into this. So, glue in there, and glue into there. Which way up does this go? The coloured piece I had to do on the top, so it's that way up. Into the holes and push. There we are. Oh. Into the holes and push. Now, if I leave it to dry in place, I'm going to put a little bit of extra glue around the edges just to make sure, just to make certain that it stays in place. Got quite a nice little detailed piece here. Right, just put that to one side. What else do we need? I have a feeling that's going to clip into the front in a moment. Yes, it is. It clips onto that. That hole clips onto that. Then we have the two sides, which are these two bits onto the sides of the capsule. So while that's drying, because it is quick drying glue, we're going to cut these capsule pieces out. In fact, we're going to cut all the pieces out while that glue is drying to give it time. I think we are about ready now. So, we need to attach, we've got, yeah, that's attached. We need to attach the sides and slide that thing in the front. We're going to do the front bit first, because I have a feeling that with it having those clips, it will make it easier to clip on. So, glue on that side, and on that side. Make sure it's ready. And then clip it in place on that tab. Come on, get in there. Get in! My goodness, they're very, very tightly done, so it only just fits. Everything only just clips together. I suppose that is better than making everything too loose. I'm just going to paint a little bit of glue onto there to make sure. Right, so I need the sides now. That is, yeah, that's brilliant, perfect. So it looks like the bigger part goes on to, what bit is that? 2 dots and 1 dot. 2 dots and 1 dot. But the 2 dots according to this are on the left and then 1 dot on the front. So it's this one here. Right. Oh, I see, we've got a little gap there and there. And a gap there and there. So this is going to be fun. Try and get this together. Get it to go down and in. Go on, get it in there. Get in. Yes. And then clip it into these holes on the front. Get in. Go on, get it. There. This pilot is not getting out of here. It probably is for the best that we painted him first as well. He's looking pretty good though in his chair with his controls right there. So he's in. Now we're at stage 4 already. So we've got this bit of the back that I've had to paint, which is that piece there. That goes onto the back. And then this piece here goes onto the side. So I'm going to put the piece on the side first, because where's the back's got the holes in, so yeah, that'll clip on. So I'm going to put this piece on the side on first, the same way we've just done it on the other side. Bit of glue there, bit of glue there. And dab it in there as well. Yep. Get that on. And then into place. So come on. Do this, get in there. And push a little bit forward, clip. And it's in. And you know how it's done. That is really cool. That is coming together so nicely. I'm going to take a quick photo of that so I can show you it. He is looking good there. Right, so now we need this piece. According to the instructions here, that's that piece and it goes on the back. So same as before. Glue onto these bits. Not a huge amount. I don't want it to be too covered in glue. That should clip onto the back there. Go on, get on. That's the tight one. The rest of it just clips into place. Excellent. Excellently done there. Go on, get in. Yes. Yes, and it's all in. Lovely. That is really nice. Now we've got a little capsule. It's like, meow. He's already got his little ship. Beep, 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 beep. Right. There's the inside. So that is done. Now we're up to stage 5. So which bit is that? That's the one with the hole in. That's easy enough to work out, yes. But cutting it is going to be another problem. So let's get all of this out of the way. And try and carefully get this off here because that's quite a big piece of plastic that's attached with. There we are. Can I use tension and fatigue to get that off? Yes. We'll do the same on this other one as well. Used to cut through, yeah. And then use fatigue to get it off. This is the one I had to paint the little red dots on it, which is one of the few pieces that needed the red paint. It's better to have it, because I'm sure we'll use it later on as well. Okay, let's cut that little bit there. Yeah, straighten that off. There we go. So, what do we do now with this? So we're on to stage 5. I don't even know what part 12 is. Where is part 12? What have I missed? Part 12 is a bracing piece. Right. I thought I'd got all the parts, but I hadn't. A good thing that it's numbered. I do like this this kit. It's numbered quite well. So where's the... I see, yes. Okay, let's cut it there. There we are. Good thing I didn't throw anything away yet. Put the lid on that because it is still very sharp. Could slice someone open. Right, so that goes down. We need the one with the hole in it. So that goes down into that bit there. Not a problem, let's do that. Glue all over this. Yep. Which way is the question? Thin way at the back? Yeah. Doesn't want to go in. Let's turn it around, see if it'll go in that way. Yes. Had it the wrong way around. That explains a lot, so if you don't get it in first, turn it around, see if it goes in then. Okay, what goes on top of that? The other plastic bit. Oh! It's a hinge. Those go into that. And then this piece goes over the top to stop it going too far up, I suppose. Come back here. Oh, for goodness sake, get in. Right, so that's clipped in, and then this bit goes into that. Into the get in, yes. Oh my goodness, and then that sits on top. Right. So, yeah, that kind of hinges. That's a weird design, but okay, that's in. We can deal with that, that's fine. Looks like it's open to the elements though, so, well, that is in. So, is that all we needed? And then, onto that we glue this bit. Right, I see it, yeah, that's okay. So, glue, glue, glue. The feeling we should have glued this in first, but while the instructions were clear, I wasn't really reading them properly, so it's probably my fault. So that's going to go onto there, and that's going to go on. So if I hold this, line these up, I should just be able to push them into place through it. Yes. That's why it was open to the elements, because it had the hinge bit on the bottom. That explains it. It didn't look right to me. But yeah, right. Now that does kind of open and close. That is really good. I like that. That's good. This is a really nifty little thing. It has a little bit of movement. That is nice. Very, very nice. So, that's done now. Yes, we've got all of that. And this piece goes on the back. Which bit is that? That's the roof. Yes, that's how they get in. That's the roof. So I put that there. Then we bring in this piece, which is that way around. Because, how do I know that? Because those bits there, like that. So this goes on the back, practically slides in. Then this clips on that dot on the bottom into there. And then that piece goes on the front. Right, so I'm actually going to put this big guy in first. There are 3 little points on the bottom. Glue these, make sure that they're glued properly. Because this is where it all starts to come together. Are they in? I can't even fit it. I can't feel it. You'd have thought you'd be able to feel where they go. Kind of, but it feels like it's slightly to one side. There. Oh, yeah, I felt it. It's in. Oh, that is nice. That is really coming together quick. I like this. We've had a couple of false starts where we thought, is that right? No, and then it wasn't. But it's coming together very nicely. So now this essentially just slides in and clicks. So I am going to glue this bit here to make sure that when it goes in, it's fastened. This is a lot of fun. Making this model has been a lot of fun. That, which way up does this go? Right, the down, that lump on the bottom, it goes down, yes? I'm going to come to that. Does that lump on the bottom? Right, the lump on, that must be that there. So I'm going to slide it in this way up. And that is it. Yeah, that's coming together very, very nicely. Now this bit. So we glue the front. Same way we did the back. And that's just fallen off, so I need more glue. Basically, I need more glue. Let's just glue the front and glue the back. slide in and hold. Yep. Okay, when I said hold, I didn't mean shake it all about. In and hold. That is in place, yes. Does this go up anywhere? Yeah. In and hold. The paint will actually, being a little bit tacky, mean that that sits in a lot better. That is coming together incredibly easily. So, what's next? We just put the top on. And the that bit is on the front, because that bit is that bit there. So we glue around there, and then these bits here. Right. Let's do this. All around. Yeah. It's quick drying polystyrene cement, so we don't have a huge amount of time once I do this, but it is going to give us enough time to do it all. Oh, oh! Let's squeeze it into place. And now we hold it like that, because it is wanting to pop back out a bit. So, yeah, all in place. We just hold it down a bit and wait for the glue to stick. That side's gluing a lot better than this side is, so let's just help it along. A little bit of glue in there. And see how that goes. Right. We can't even see the pilot properly. If I shine a light in, I'll probably see him. I'll shine a light through the top, maybe. But that is coming together so well. I am really, really impressed with how nice this is. It's got a lot of detail. Looks really good. Still got a bit of movement on there. That's really... Yeah, we can see the pilot now if I open that. That's really special. I like this. And of course the polystyrene cement is very, very fast acting, so that's coming together really nicely. Very impressed with this. Very, very happy. That is holding together now, so put that down. Now what we need is to cut the wings out, which I didn't do already because it was a big job. So while that is fastening and drying a bit, we'll set it over there. We'll cut the wings. Okay, there's a lot of flashing on this one. Not the best, but we'll make do. Wow, doesn't want to cut. Really doesn't want to cut. There we are. Really doesn't like cutting. There. Yeah, that's coming out now. Whoa. I do like this kit. This is a nice kit. This is only episode 2, but we've had 2 very nice kits so far, and I'm very impressed. There. I didn't tell you, I've made a mess in the middle there, but it won't really matter on the grounds that what we're going to be doing is attaching stuff to those. So you won't even see it. That's why I wasn't too worried. So let's tidy these up a little bit. Yeah. Looks nice. Now for the other one. Oh, these sprues are big. Whoa! There we go. Right. Oh. Let's get this tidied up again, like the other one. Very simple process. Hardly anything to worry about at all with these. This is a good model. I like it. So, what have we got now? 2 pieces. And the instructions say... to which side? Right, so it's these sides here. The indented ones. Those oddities go in. These things. Seriously? Oh, so they're the outsides. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, they are the outsides and then attaches to the main body on that side. Okay, that makes sense. Do these go up any particular way? Can't really see from this which way up these go. It's not really given a proper indication. Alright, I suppose it doesn't matter that much. So let's have a look at how they join. Glue all of this. Basically. All the inside. Just going to glue it all. Let's see how that goes. Right, grab this. Ah, so it can only go 1 or 2 ways because of those holes. So why was I worried? Dump straight into the middle, and that will set. This is very easy to put together. I am impressed by how good this is. I'm having a lot of fun making it. And again, these little lugs will go and make sure that it can only go on 1 way or the other. There we are. Those are in the middle now. Makes you wonder why they bothered putting them as a separate piece. But I suppose it does make it easier to paint the outside because, like I did, you could have gaps and just glue it into the middle. Right, so let's have a look at how this glues in. Right, so the lugs that are coming through have gaps there, so if I just if I glue these little bits around here, because it's quick drying, I should be able to do both sides and then just hold it until it's fixed. Same way I held together this middle piece until it was done as well. Line up these gaps. Where is the gap? That one hasn't gapped. There's no gap on it. Grab my scalpel because that is meant to be cut open. There's still a piece of sprue. Well, we spotted it and that's what counts. Grab this and that goes up that way. Get in. Get in there. There we go. And it knocked out the middle. Not quite as simple as I expected. So let's try that again. Get in there and hold until it's done. Oops, pushing on the top a bit too much. Get in. Right, this is the tricky part. I can see now it's the tricky part. Because these bits don't want to go together. But I'm going to make them go together and I'm going to glue it again to make sure it stays. Get in there. Get in. Get in. Yeah. Right. Now it's in. I'm just going to hold this. I'll re-glue the other side after I'm done. It only takes a minute or 2. Yeah, that's in. That's in and that feels tight and secure. Yes, I am very happy with that. So, let's do this side now. Just re-gluing all of these bits. Yeah, lots of glue to make sure it sticks. And on it goes. Not as tough, this one, just sort of went on. Do 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 do. It's done except for the stand that I'll do. Yes. Oh my goodness, guys, and it's even got the little hatch we can open and close. It's a TIE fighter. That is impressive. That came together really quickly and it looks fantastic. I am very, very impressed. And we're done. There it is. The TIE fighter on the stand. How good does that look? We can see the guy inside. It looks really nice. And we can still open the top and close it as well. I am very, very impressed with that. It's come together so well and I love it. It's great. Looks fantastic. So here we have the finished product. And my goodness, it is excellent. It even comes with a stand. The ones I built back in the day, they didn't have the same kind of quality stand. If I remember correctly, it was very transparent plastic, and it didn't hold them up as well as this does. This is excellent. And of course, since I didn't glue the stand too much, I can actually just pull it off and I can have a play around with the model itself. So stand, I recommend, I did glue it at first and I took it off and let the glue dry without it being on there. So there we go. Put straight back on, clips in place, perfectly fine, and it even spins around because it doesn't go far down, so you can have it modelled any way you want. I really like this. This is an excellent model. High quality, looks great, very easy to put together. Can't recommend this highly enough. If you like Star Wars and you like modelling, this is the one for you. So, out of a score out of 10, well, I can't give it full marks because that decal just didn't work. I don't know what size ship that was for, but it wasn't the size of that screen there. So, I had to paint that instead. Not a problem. I mean, I had the paints from when I was doing the other parts, but I shouldn't have had to do that. If there's a decal provided, I shouldn't have to add my own paints. So I've got to mark it down for that. I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10 for this because it is that good a model. I like this a lot. I think if you like Star Wars and you like model making for fantasy and sci-fi ships, you'll have a lot of fun with this. Very easy to put together. Great stuff. Okay, that's all we've got time for this time, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you have liked this, and if you did, remember to click that like button, share it with your friends so that they will know a good model when they see it, and do subscribe for future videos because Jen and I will be back. Jen, in fact, will be back on Monday with the Monday Club, and I'll be producing, so you might see me there. But anyway, thanks for your time. See you later.
Today's video is sponsored by Train-O-Matic, makers of DCC decoders designed to be fully compatible with every manufacturer's locomotive. Visit train-o-matic.com to browse the full range and see what they've got suitable for you. I'd like to send out a huge thanks to everybody who supports me on Patreon, and an extra special huge thanks goes out to Anthony Kidson, Michael Churchwood, Anthony Hunt, William Wade, Wayne Johns, Offshore Allen, oorail.co.uk, Tepic, Michael Lockie, Helen Sink, Peter Bolton, Brian Smith, Brian and Dorothy Mudd, Gary Lewis, David Quinn, Trish Bits, Sparky 107107, George Botterini, Andy Finch, Chris Moss, Robert Sears, MD of San Juan Model Company and Grant Line Products, Sam Yates, and Dale Williams. Thank you. Without you guys, I couldn't do this.